Welcome back to the Daily Gerry Anderson podcast, which today concerned itself with the unusual and rare occurrence of the presenter's legs taking him to task. They've decided not to take it anymore, but first he must deal with charlatans.
Your haircut is nice.
Well, you see, that's part of it. When I got my haircut, I could see my face for the first time, and it's glory. I don't like it. There are wrinkles there where there weren't before. And when I run, I'm all sore. It's just that I just don't know what to do. I just don't know what
Dusty
to
Springfield.
do with myself. But you see, how do other people handle it? You look at you, I mean, you've been 80 for nearly 20 years. How have you handled it?
Well, I think I'm reasonably fit. Reasonably fit.
You're going to die any minute.
No,
You have angina and everything.
But Emma said
you're like
to
a
me-
medical textbook. What did Emma say to you?
Emma said to me this morning, she says, you are looking great. She said, what are you doing with yourself? And I says, nothing really.
I can tell her.
No. And she says, Gerry Anderson would like to be looking as well as you.
She never said that.
She did. Emma said
why would
that.
she said that? Implying that I said that to her? I think
No.
I wish I looked as well as Sean Connery.
No.
Well, why did she say that
Emma
I would have said that?
Emma said Gerry Anderson would like to be looking as well.
How does she know what I would like? And how does she know that I think you look well? I don't think you look well. I think you look ugly and horrible. And I don't want to be like you. Why does she think that I want to be like you? Why did she think I want to look like you? I was never talking to her. What's wrong with her? Is she
You're
there now?
striving to be like me.
I'm not striving. I'm trying to avoid being like you.
You're out pounding the roads.
But sure, that's not like you. You've got angina and arthritis and everything.
Well, yes.
You're like a medical textbook. Everything that's wrong with you, for God's sake, I wonder you're able to walk at all. I'm not striving to be like you. If I was striving to be like you, I'd check myself into the hospital.
I've been walking for 50 years, practically.
And that's why you're the way you are today. You're going to fall down soon. I don't want to be there.
You've started walking this last 6 months.
I
You
always
discovered walking.
I discovered
You've only
walking.
discovered your legs.
I knew my legs were there from the very start. Because I'll tell you why. I used to hang them over the side of the cot. And I used to say, she said, your legs, Jim. She thought his name was Jim. Anyway.
Well, what about the morning you told your legs they were in for a bad day?
Well, you see, my legs have been talking to me a lot more because I've been abusing them a lot. Because, see, my legs and me lived comfortably together for a very long time because the legs don't mind an odd walk because it stretches their tendons.
Yeah.
And they like that. They like looking at horses, walking along the country.
But you have very lazy legs.
I had lazy legs.
Yes.
I never strained them.
But now you're making them work.
Now I'm making them work, and you hear things like that. But my left leg is particularly bad. It goes, Jesus, what are you doing? Stop! And my right leg says, for God's sake. Right leg is trying to reason with me. My right leg is going, listen, do you know what age you are? Look, stop running, okay? This is not good for me. It's not good for you. It's not good for anybody. And the left leg going, no, I can't take it anymore! Stop!
So,
And the right leg says, I know the left leg is getting a wee bit out of control. Let me talk to it. Then he goes, Leggy, calm down. We're getting nowhere here. Let me talk to him. The presenter once again reiterates his admiration for lesser-spotted Joe Mahan. It's the man's refusal to buckle under the pressure of providing something interesting every night from people who are half asleep. It's his pluck, his perseverance, and his way with a wayward pig. Whilst out driving yesterday, my dog Penny gave me a nudge. I looked and saw a small white-haired man seemingly walking aimlessly in and out of rushes. It was Joe Mahan practicing his exits. I stopped. I said, hello, why do they call you the Bold Joe? Because they called Joe the Bold Joe Mahan. Joe smiled and said, I was a bit of a lad when I was young. My father broke enough sticks over my back to make a sheep hurdle. Was it always an ambition of yours to work in radio and television, says I. Indeed it was not, said the Bold Joe. I wanted to be a priest, Father Mahan. What stopped you? I suppose you didn't have the Latin. Oh, I had the Latin. You also had a big mouth. If you came to me for confessions, your sins would be all over the country by night time. Joe looked at me and said, are you the kind of person I can use in my programme? Do you know anything about ancient history? Do you know any good ghost stories? Do you play the spoons? Do you have a cow calving soon? Do you have a pot-bellied pig? I have a great time for the pot-bellied pig, and the bigger a pot his belly, the better. Joe, I said, I'm just an ordinary man with no stories or musical ability, nor do I play the spoons, nor do I know anything about ancient history, nor do I have stories to tell or ghost stories. Then you're no good to me, said Joe, as he turned on his heel and disappeared into the rushes. That was the Bold Joe Mahan, I said to my dog. The dog was asleep, never batted an eyelid. But Joe made a great impression on me, and I went on my way praising the Lord for his wisdom in creating Joe Mahan. If we didn't have a Joe Mahan, we'd have to invent him. Gaybo has taken his hat out of the ring. Some other person will occupy the house in Phoenix Park. This programme may suffer because of his withdrawal. You must be shattered at the news that Gaybo has decided not to become the president of Ireland.
Yes.
That's a big opportunity lost for you.
Another gay has withdrawn.
That's 7 years of impersonations down the drain. You could have got 7 years out of that. We won't be here for 7 years. They throw us out and get a spiky head guy in. And the fella goes, "What about you?" Anyway, a gentleman, but that must be a shock. Why did you decide not to go? Why did you decide?
No.
You're so bashful.
I'm not so bashful. You just threw it at me.
I know,
there,
but you should be ready for this. You should be expecting this.
Because I know I didn't. I wasn't expecting it.
You should be expecting it.
I haven't got a reason.
Why did you not go put yourself forward? Why did you not? Why did you not put yourself forward?
Let me try and get Gable. Would you give me Gable? Start me off with Gable.
Hello.
Yeah. Go on, give me more. Give me more. Give me something.
I'll have to ask you, Gay. I know you're a retired man for some years, and maybe you're 77 years old now. Maybe perhaps the fact that you're long in the tooth. Do you think did you regard yourself as being too long in the tooth for such an arduous? After all, it's a 7 years commitment, and it would be a great chunk of your life. You'd quite likely die in office.
This is too difficult this morning.
It wasn't difficult on Friday.
No, it wasn't
difficult on Thursday. It wasn't difficult on Wednesday. Why is it difficult? I know why, because you were drinking last night, weren't you? Weren't you?
God
forgive
you.
You cannot function today. Look at me. I'm bright as a... What do you call the things as bright as? Berry?
Button.
I'm as bright as a button today. You're sitting there like big...
I am not.
Can't even do Gable, for God's sake.
I can do Gable.
Well, why don't you do it then?
Well, what am I going to say?
Why did you...
You see, I've no answer for you.
Well, make it up.
What can I say? Because, ladies and gentlemen, the reason I see, what does he say?
He'll make something up. That's what he'll do. He'll make something up.
Yes, but
the reason why he didn't want to do it.
The reason why I didn't want to go to.
Because he would never have a minute's peace.
I would never have a minute's peace. Old Gabo, the door would be ringing, the doorbell would be ringing, the telephone would be ringing, and they would want a gay for everyone in the audience.
And he'd have to move his house, move into Phoenix Park. There's hardly a toilet anywhere.
Be dreadful.
He'd pee up against a tree.
People, is he in? Is Gabo in there? Is he there? He's there.
Kathleen, tell him I'm out.
Roisin, would you, for God's sake, Roisin, tell him I'm out. For God's sake, I want to go to the bathroom. You see?
What would happen if heads of state came along? You have to talk to them, talk to me funny-looking guys.
I would just say, Roisin, I'm not in. Tell them I'm taking a commercial break.
Supposing the president of Ghana comes and wants to stay for 3 days.
I don't
talk
like
to
him
for 3 days. You don't like him?
I would tell Roisin to tell him to pack his bags and go. I'm seeing no one today, Roisin. No one today.
No, but I think the reason why he didn't do it, because he genuinely wouldn't have a minute's peace. And he's got a great little life, you know. He just wanders about. Do you know when he wanders around Sandymount and he wears a cap and sunglasses? You know the way we would. We don't want to talk to anybody. And he walks around and he gets on his motorbike and nobody can stop on your motorbike because you get run over.
And he's getting ever so small.
He's contracting.
He is?
He's contracting.
The same as another man.
Not me.
No, not another man.
Don't be starting me on
No,
that.
I'm not starting you. There's another man who's getting small.
Who's getting small? Jackie Fullerton.
Yes.
Smaller,
How did you know?
Because I saw him getting smaller.
Yes, Jackie's... You saw Jackie getting smaller.
There's a rumour going about that Jackie's going to be dancing for us on Children in Need night.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Strictly Come Jackie.
Is that right?
Oh!
Quick, slow.
And you're in. We're not finished with Joe Mahan. It turns out that the man is capable of making the hearts of women beat faster. The presenter just wishes that he could get them to slow down when they're walking past him. My mother is 91 years old, and she is mad about Joe Mahan. When Joe is on, she groans and moans and everything. She would die if she missed the show, especially when Joe crosses his arms in front of his Gansey. He's just an old tease, isn't he? I see him doing that. He
does.
He's teasing the women.
The mouth. That's right.
Look at me crossing my arms in front of
closing my mouth and nodding my head.
Yeah, you see, it drives women mad. They're going, ah! Joe.
He's eating oysters tonight.
Oh,
Goodness knows what he'll be like tonight.
oh, you'd have to strap him down after that. Please give a shout out to Raymond and Bradley, who are painting hen houses in 5 Mile Town. It doesn't get more glamorous than that, does it? Does it? Yeah. Painting hen houses in 5 Mile Town. Raymond and Bradley, good men, good men, good men. As who was playing yesterday? There was a Gaelic match on. I seen all boys hanging around the pubs there in Donegal, all shouting, slapping one another on the back. Who was playing? Donegal was playing, were they?
No, as far as
Did they play with the jersey? Did they turn up?
Tip were playing.
Tip.
We're playing
Tip.
Dublin.
Who?
Hurling.
Tip were playing Dublin and hurling. That was it then. Did they play? It was a good robust game, was it? Was robust? Was the men playing? Were they trying? Were they? Did they turn up, or were they just hanging about in the middle of the field? Did they get in the onion bag? What was the crack? Gee, you can't talk at all about the match.
Well, Dublin weren't expected to win, but they put up a good show and
Did they?
give a good account of themselves.
They put it up to them. They put it up to them, didn't they?
Dublin put it up to them, yeah.
Yeah, they had a crack and a rattle at it, didn't they?
Yeah.
And how did it end up at the find up, the wind up, whatever it was?
I think it might have been a 4-point game.
Well, for 4 points, it's just hardly worthwhile drinking. The presenter has been hurt in the past. Coilus Interruptus does not understand this, never having been anywhere but on a golf course. The presenter is scarred mentally and may never be normal again. You can always judge a person in show business by the way he treats musicians. You see, if you go on television, there's a certain type, now I never did this because I always knew, you see, but certain people don't know that. Certain people who present programmes or talk show hosts, whatever they are, there's a band on, they just treat them like dirt, because they're just musicians. And Gabo used to do that. And I remember being on, and Gabo treated us like rubbish.
Gay could have been in bad form that day.
No, that's not the point. The point is he did it. And that's what I've never liked him since.
That's only a one.
No, would you ever do that?
Have you spoken to other musicians who were badly treated by Gabo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the end of that
not badly treated, just, treated like
ignored.
Dirt. Ignored, yeah.
Well, okay, that's the end of that argument.
You see, but I'm saying to you, I always judge a person by the way he treats musicians, because a person who thinks that a musician isn't a real person, a person who thinks that a musician isn't important.
I don't know where you get this from.
Because I know. And people in golf clubs used to treat musicians very badly. Now, is that a coincidence?
I don't think so.
Rugby clubs used to treat them very badly. And Gaelic clubs used to treat them very well.
I don't believe. I think this is all in your head.
No, it's from experience. We played in rugby clubs, are always treated badly, always treated like dirt in rugby clubs and golf clubs. And we were treated well in cricket clubs, strangely enough, and in Gaelic places.
I think you're making it up.
I'm not making it up.
You're making it up as you go along now.
You're telling me I'm making it up as I go. Why would I? How do you know that I'm making it up as I go along?
When you guys go along to play in a wee gig and the band's booked, and I'm on the committee of the golf club.
Yeah.
And I say, have a band booked.
We don't ask for much.
I'm not talking about money.
We don't. All we want is for somebody to say hello. How are you? Is everything okay?
All right. Right? And
we don't want a fella to go up and say, listen, hurry up there, will you?
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
That's what annoys people in clubs, the members of the clubs. You guys come in and you fritter about, and you seem to take forever to
because
start.
We're trying to get it right.
And you start, and then they say, we're going for a fag now. And then you go for a fag, and you say, look, boys, we it's on the ticket, music from 10 to 1. It's now 11:15. Could you start?
No, but sometimes the reason why you do that. No, but you're missing this. Sometimes the reason why you're like that is because of the way you've been treated when you've been there. You see? So
you just decide, that's it then, let's keep them waiting.
No, sometimes when you go into maybe a golf club and the guy's saying, what time are you starting that? Don't be hanging, don't be doing that. Look, here, don't be doing that. Here, don't use that.
Don't be doing that.
No, they do that kind of thing. We don't want you to do that. Or they wouldn't even offer you a cup of tea or anything.
No, you're making it up.
I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. I'll bet you somebody will ring you.
Right, there's a musician on the phone.
Anyway,
it's not fair.
He, I wonder. Who is he, I wonder?
Well, he's a friend of yours.
Is he? Hello, good morning. Hello? Where is he? One. Hello, good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Jerry. How are you?
Who's that, I wonder? Yes, I'm fine.
This is Kenny here.
Kenny? Oh, Kenny Arse is not a musician.
Well,
he's a yodeler.
He's a musician.
He's a yodeler.
He plays guitar and he yodels.
Yeah, yodeler.
He's a musician.
Well, listen to you then.
Do you think there's no respect for Kenny here? Thank you for listening. Back tomorrow. Ho ho!